According to court documents, he was granted lawful status several years later, but following numerous criminal convictions, including conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine, an immigration judge ordered his removal in 2020. Ultimately, again, according to court documents, he was granted supervised release because he could not be sent back to Cuba. He was allowed to live his life and occasionally check in with authorities. But last October, during one of those routine check-ins, ICE arrested him. And they unsuccessfully tried to deport him to Mexico and then finally put him in Alligator Alcatraz. To a large degree, Betancourt is free today thanks to the efforts of his daughter, Arianne Betancourt, who joins us now along with her father. Justo, ¿cómo está? How are you doing now?
I try to do more better every day, you know.
Yeah,
and I don't feel very well at the moment.
I heard that you had a mini stroke. Is that right? In custody?
Right. Yes. Yes.
How is
November
how is the recovery?
It take a time, you know, but put the best I can do it for feeling more better and coming with normal person, you know.
Arianne, tell us about how your father was detained and your fight to get him home.
He was detained during a routine immigration check-in in October of last year. He was taken to Alligator Alcatraz immediately. He spent almost a month there before they took him to Chrome. He spent another 5-6 weeks in Chrome, was taken to Texas where they tried to deport him, brought him back, and then took him back to Alligator Alcatraz where he spent the additional 4.5 months that he was detained.
And Arianne, over the weekend, President Trump posted this: welcome home to Justo Betancourt, whose daughter Arianne fought very hard to free her father from Alligator Alcatraz. Enjoy your freedom together, President Donald J. Trump. What was your reaction when you saw that? How did the president know about this case?
I've gone out of my way to bring attention to what's happening inside of Alligator Alcatraz, and as well as to inform myself of the similarities in other detention centers across the country. I mean, we're seeing civil unrest because of the policies in place, because of these detention centers, because of the detentions, because of just the whole immigration system currently. And I kind of made it my life's mission to bring these injustices to light and to make sure that the people who were in these detention centers weren't treated like less than, were being forgotten or lost in a system.
Justo, tell us about the conditions in Alligator Alcatraz. What's it like in there?
Well, the condition in Alcatraz, you know, whatever I say, there's nothing, you know, it's a bad condition.
Tough conditions?
That's crazy play. Yeah, but crazy play, you know. And one play, you have 8 case, 22, 20 feet for 20 feet, 32 people each. And don't have a space to move, you know, go to the patio.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know, it's crazy. Whatever I say, you know, sometimes people believe it, sometimes don't believe it, but I pass. And that's a real, you know, what the people say.
Arianne, tell us.
But the animal you have in the house, you take care more better what the people take care of.
Arianne, tell us what your father has told you about Alligator Alcatraz, of the conditions in there.
I think at the beginning he was trying to save me from what he was actually being subjected to. And once I started connecting with other families and I started hearing the horror stories, I kind of had to confront him and be like, hey, what's really going on in there? And, you know, little by little, he would tell me things, but he wouldn't really give me a full picture. But through my work with the worker circle, I connected with more and more families. And within maybe a month and a half, I had a full picture of how people were made to walk from one tent to the other, the torture boxes, the isolation, the punishments, the lack of food, the lack of medical care. I knew a small part of it based on what my dad was experiencing. And once I connected with other families, I realized this was a much bigger issue than was being addressed. And then I started traveling. I went to Broadview. I went to Minneapolis. I went to DC. And anyone who I connected with who had a loved one detained was complaining of the same inhumane conditions. So then I realized it's not just an Alligator Alcatraz issue. This is the standard throughout all of these privately ran detention centers in this country.
Justo and Arianne Betancourt, thank you so much for telling your story to us. We really appreciate it. Muchas gracias. Ahead, the mysterious money that flowed into the campaign of Maureen Galindo, remember the anti-Semitic Texas House candidate?